Shorts for a pear-shaped body. What works, what doesn't, and what to keep in mind when designing a pair. If you've ever been in a fitting room trying on different models of shorts or different sizes of the same model and wondering why the fit is never right, trust me, you are not alone. I've certainly been there, and today I want to share my journey from that frustration to confidence and show you how you can design and style the shorts that actually work with your pair body shape, not against it. I never could understand why, even if I find something that kind of fits me, it never looks good and doesn't feel comfortable at all. So what I did, I just gave up. I decided that I don't have a shorts body. And for a very long time, while I was living in the UK, it didn't even bother me because I forgot that once upon a time I had this problem. But it changed when we moved to Portugal. By the way, in this video you will find the brief story of our immigration process. Suddenly, the temperatures soared up to 35 degrees Celsius. You can't just ignore shorts in this kind of heat. Old me would have just decided to stick to skirts. But new me creates clothes not only based on my measurements, but also with my body shape and my environment in mind. While skirts could be nice, it's not something that I always want to wear, and sometimes it just doesn't work in the windy weather. Plus, I am really willing to finally face my enemy and make it a friend. If you're new here, hi, my name is Liza Bennett. I am co-founder of Arkdefo, designer and educator. My biggest passion and mission in life is helping women feeling great in their bodies with the clothes that fit just right. If you've ever thought that you have a weird body shape because ready-to-wear clothes or ready sewing patterns never fit, I have great news for you. You don't have to change a thing about your body to feel great in your clothes, but you do want to change the way you make the clothes. Ready patterns are based on standard sizes. They don't take into consideration your unique measurements, your unique body shape, and your posture. And while you carefully follow instructions, you just don't understand why the fit is never good enough. We have a different approach in our online school. We teach you how to work with your individual measurements and make sewing patterns from scratch. How does it work? You turn your measurements into basic pattern blocks, and then you will use those blocks to create any sewing pattern you want. And the best news, it will always fit you. Why? Because it has you in it. All our courses consist of pre-recorded video tutorials that are available immediately after you sign up, which means that you can access any course or any lesson at any time from anywhere in the world. You can learn at your own pace at the time that suits you. And our premium packages also come with complimentary fabric and style guide, so you can learn not just how to work with your measurements, but how to design clothes that work best for your body type and your complexion. I'll drop the link below this video. Pear-shaped bodies, like mine, have wider hips and smaller waists, and quite often they also have fuller thighs. And trying to squeeze into mass-produced shorts is just not realistic. First, let me explain why tightly fitted shorts are not the best choice for pear-shaped bodies. They emphasize your hips and thighs. When shorts are really tightly fitted, they tend to cling to your body. What happens? They draw attention to the bottom half of your body and makes it look much heavier. Secondly, they are unflattering both in the look and in the feel. Tight shorts can create very uncomfortable pulling around your hips or the crotch, which will lead to those visible lines and the feeling of digging in. And it's not only physically uncomfortable, it also breaks the visual flow of your outfit. And the most important to me is the comfort issues. For the pear shapes, tighter shorts will be often riding up, seriously restricting your movement. And they might cause quite a discomfort, especially around your thighs, especially when you sit down. You'll feel that your thighs are getting squeezed. That is not comfortable. You might feel restricted and keep on adjusting those shorts all the time. Whatever you're wearing on an everyday basis, your clothes must feel comfortable. If you're forced to adjust and correct your fit all the time, it speaks only of one thing: the fit is off. Another no-no for pear shapes is the low-rise shorts. Here is why. Low-rise shorts sit below the natural waist and directly across the hips, highlighting the very area that you might prefer to balance out. It visually broadens the hips and makes your lower part of the body look even wider compared to the waist. Second reason, with the low waist shorts, you don't have any waist definition. This cut ignores your beautiful natural curve and instead creates a straight boxy line. This can make the overall silhouette look less balanced. And the last reason again is the comfort. Such shorts won't be sitting comfortably on your body because of your body shape. And if they are comfortable around your thighs and your hips, they might be gaping around that lower waist area. And if you make it too tight, you can create a fake muffin top when you don't even have it naturally. You just squeeze in your sides to make sure that the shorts stay where they are. And another thing to consider for the pear shapes is the amount of details that you have on your shorts. You want to keep them very minimal. The goal here is to take attention visually from your bottom half, and excessive details do the opposite. What works best is very minimal, very clean designs with straight or gently flared lines. You want high-waisted, wide-legged shorts that don't cling to your thighs, but instead they just flow over your hips. This creates a very well-balanced and elongated silhouette, which highlights your smaller waist and adds ease to your lower half. Clean, simple shorts can serve as a perfect base for more bolder, brighter tops, accessories. Adding more volume to the top and keeping your shorts very simple will allow you to experiment with the color and proportion and will ultimately make your outfit feel thoughtfully styled. So this summer, for the first time ever, I am making a pair of shorts designed to work with my body. Shorts that are comfortable, looking great, easy to style, and allow my pasty legs to get a little bit of sunshine. And I'll be making my pattern based on my custom trouser block. This is what I was talking about. Once you have your blocks, you can design anything you want because your measurements are already in it. So anything you make based on those blocks will always fit you, especially when you understand what designs work best for your body type. These are the real size pattern blocks and they're huge for filming. Instead, I'll be using these miniatures, which are exact same blocks at 50% scale. First, I just copy the tops of my blocks just above the knee. You decide on the length of your shorts based on this inner seam. Then I decide how much wider I want them to be. Let's say something like this, more or less. And then you draw a line towards the side seam in such a way that it hits it at 90 degrees. If you just draw a straight line here, you will result in sad looking shorts like this. See, this line looks like a sad smiley face and it's not right. So when you look at your shorts pattern, the hemline should be going slightly up like this. Now, here is the thing. My perfect, most favorite pair of trousers, they will be very wide and they will have this massive pleat in the front. And that's what I first thought for the shorts too. And that's why I keep talking about the importance of making tests. What was my thought process? Oh, I love my trousers this way, surely my shorts would look great the same way. But this is not true, and I only realized that after I made a mock-up. My favorite trouser design is usually made with lighter, flowier fabric. But in case of the shorts, I'll be using something heavier. And even this cotton muslin, it's not super heavy, but it holds the shape very well, shows me that this extra pleat with stiff fabric looks really bad and adds a lot of volume to my bottom half, and therefore the shorts just won't look right. And if I am completely and truly honest, this also comes from my lifelong insecurities that I wouldn't fit into a pair of shorts. So if I make them wider, I will definitely fit. Past experiences that were so unpleasant tell me, make it bigger. I do fall into this trap. But okay, here I made the test and I saw that I don't need that. I don't need that extra pleat. In case of stiffer fabrics in the shorts, it doesn't do what I want it to do. It just adds bulk. So what do I need to do? I'm making a second test. And in this case, I'm not even cutting a second pair of shorts. I don't need to do that. I will only unpick one side of this pair and I will correct it. So I take my pattern again without the pleat and I will redraw it and restitch it to see how it looks. And right away, I'm also testing something super scary for me, going shorter. And here you can see the difference between both legs, one with a pleat, one without. I feel that this length is a bit too short, so I make it slightly longer. But basically, that's it. Just two quick tests and I'm confirming my pattern. I'm happy to proceed with cutting the fabric. And I'm experimenting with 3 fabrics: black-gray denim, structured but pretty lightweight and classic, dark blue linen, breathable and perfect for the heat, and ivory cotton twill. It's slightly heavier, but it holds the shape very well, and yes, it's white. What do you want to look for in fabrics for the pear-shaped body? You do want to have a bit of structure. You don't want your fabrics to cling to your body. Heavier cotton or linen or denim are fantastic choices. And second is a non-negotiable for me, it's natural fibers. In general, but especially in summer. In terms of putting the shorts together, it's pretty straightforward. Same idea as the trousers, but a little bit less stitching because the seams are shorter. And as I mentioned in the previous videos, we just moved to Portugal and I don't have any summer wardrobe. So what I'm doing right now, I'm building it up from scratch. And I am at the stage of discovering what do I want to wear in summer? How do I want to look in summer? What works for me and what doesn't? What works with the climate and what doesn't? And the one thing I'm doing this summer is making very simple, very straightforward designs so that I can understand the base of it. And later, if I want to, I can start experimenting a bit more. So, but for now, it's really boring and straightforward. I made one pattern and made 3 identical pairs of shorts. The only thing I did here, I changed the shape of the pocket for the white shorts because I kind of didn't like the curve. I made it straight and actually I prefer it a lot more, and it also feels like this pocket is much more comfortable. And now an important question that some of you might be wondering, wait a moment, but doesn't white color add a bit more volume? And if so, should you even be making white shorts for the pear-shaped body? And you are correct. White can indeed bring more attention to the hips, but it's this summer. The light color is fantastic for this weather. It's very beautiful. I'm choosing to stick with the white, but I can do a few styling adjustments to balance the look. The goal is not to pretend that I don't have bigger hips. I can't completely hide it. But what I can do, I can balance my body. And here are just a few things I could do for the top. First, I can add more volume to my shoulders. So visually, you are distracted and you focus on my top, which kind of visually balances out my hips. And second, my favorite tip is to wear a bright, colorful, oversized shirt, which visually creates a vertical line along my body and it elongates it and balances the silhouette once again. If you've ever felt that you don't have a shorts body, I really hope that this video helped you to see a different perspective. The trick here is not to change your body trying to fit the clothes that are not made to fit you. No, the trick is to work with what you have, with what nature has given you, and make the clothes that fit your natural body shape. And if you do have a pear-shaped body, then remember that high waist and wide leg are your secret weapons. But most importantly, don't be afraid to experiment. The rules are only there as a guideline. Once you have the starting point, it's really easy to understand what works, what doesn't, and be a bit more creative with your outfits every single day. I really hope it was helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and I see you next time.